India is a nation with biodiversity, diversity of culture and geographic features. The music of the country also is diverse. In rural and urban reconstruction programs of India before and after independence, an integration of health, music and drama and dance and economic prosperity through agrarian self-reliance and cooperation were utilized. This was for overall personality development, thereby creating the best human resources for the future nation to carry on the developmental work with involvement and solidarity. But unfortunately, at the grassroots levels, health and music and social reconstruction did not go together in the early experiments. The reason was university educated music teachers and doctors were separated and isolated from the mainstream of rural and urban development programs as enlightened citizens of the nation, except for a few. To overcome this, a vision of integration of music and health to percolate together to the lowest strata of society and be beneficial both in preventive, curative and social reconstruction programs as a universal panacea. I envisaged a program of music therapy or Raga Chikilsa, and a pilot project was done in Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences. The idea of this vision was to link science and art and integrate human personality for cure and prevention of diseases as a part of reconstruction of community development programs, for training personnel in the integrated disciplines of health and music, and introduce compassion into medical science and science into art of music, and proper research methods so that music, the universal language of human beings, can be used for world peace through national reconstruction programs. And this is done with the norms of the aims of the UGC principles as envisaged by Singh AP in his book Indian Universities, published in 1988. The initiation of any program needs training of personnel in a particular field. The lack of trained music therapists in India has to be met with our own resources without depending upon the Western counterparts, since India is traditionally rich in music and healing with music. Therefore, a center for faculty training was proposed with the following aims and objectives. 1. To train the selected faculty members so that the discipline is continued for benefit of society and the nation. The students who successfully complete the course will be given a certificate for having undergone the faculty training course in music therapy. The job opportunities are both for the musician, nurses, paramedical and medical staff. The benefit for the population is the comfort it provides to the suffering people and the value of it as educational tool in the personality development of children. The certificate holders are eligible to conduct projects in hospitals, educational institutions, but under the guidance of a medical doctor as a team. And a curriculum committee was formulated in which on the medical side, apart from me, that is Dr. Suvarna Nalapat, and Dr. Mehroof Raj, Professor of Cardiology from Calicut, and also from the musical side, Dr. Jalaja Verma, Director of Institute of Music and Drama, then Dr. G. Bhuvaneshwari, Professor of Music in Maharaja's College, and also Father Paul Puvatungal, the Director of Chetana Thrissur. He is also a performer in Carnatic music. Now, these people were included in the curriculum committee. The curriculum committee's function was to formulate, to design the skills. What are the skills, the abilities, the attitudes, the qualities to be developed by the faculty? That was the first design. Second, to the subject standards, the course specifications, the aims, the curriculum, the syllabus, the research and organization of research, the quality controls. The third is to create a sense of teamwork with physicians as an integrated research team to create job opportunities for musicians and to have an holistic, cost-effective, integrated and scientific healthcare program for national reconstruction. You know, there is an Hippocratic oath as well as there is a Sushruta oath. Both are important because Sushruta oath says the student has to be very honest, truthful, having peace of mind, calm, and interested in learning and teaching. You know, those things are actually forerunner of the Hippocratic oath. The oath has to be taken before the student enters the course, not after. By the time they enter itself, the test should be done. That is for value-based education. Then there is the Declaration of Geneva. Now these things, this people who come from the musical side should know what these are. Then the skills, abilities and attitudes, the qualities to be developed by the faculty, I have put in a tabular form so that it can be given in a small prospectus to the students. They can actually read and find out what are the things that they are expected of. This can be done by the university itself. Now, the quality of life education is the human scale development and model of matrix of needs and satisfiers. The needs are classified according to axiological and existential categories. The needs according to existential categories are further divided as being, having, doing and interacting. So what are these things? Axiological is the subsistence, the mere existence. Being means the health, equilibrium, sense of humor, adaptability, like that. Having means food, shelter, job, all these things you should have. Then doing, you feed, you procreate, you take rest, you do your work honestly, all these things are doing. Interacting with your living environment, with your social setting, all these things are important. Then when we come to protection, care, the adaptability, autonomy, the equilibrium of your mind and body, the solidarity which you develop with the others, then the insurance, saving, social security, all these things are actually interacting of the living space, the social environment and your dwelling and your own personality. Only that will produce an emotional balance and an intellectual balance between the organism and the environment or the nature. For that we use music, so that it is physical, mental, intellectual and spiritual health. By music therapy, I am trying actually to achieve all these so that the entire nation or the society gets an identity through the most universal and cultural media of the Indian music, devoid of any dualities, I stress that point, and at the same time reducing stress and facilitating peace of mind, peace of society, peace of nation, peace of the world. And concentration in whatever you are doing, in whatever you are learning, and research oriented, integrated scientific approach which gives job opportunities also to musicians who are involved and sincere in doing their project as a team with medical professionals. And for medical professionals, they are actually more benefiting with music, involving music in their day-to-day scientific programs. They add a human touch to whatever they are doing. It is beneficial both for them and for their patients. Now there are certain models for learning skills, for how to do concentration, etc. Now these things comes later when we start doing the course. Now this is just a what you call the nutshell of what is envisaged by the entire program. And by every step we have to review and evaluate ourselves. What all things we practice, we have to evaluate and then address them at each step. Only then we will get a chance to alter our plans, to make us more and more improved as human beings. So what happens when something goes wrong? Don't get panicky. Just think, what negatively influenced this process? What was the objective that I started with, and how did it fail, or how the failure occurred? Not who caused the failure. Never think of who caused the failure and have a quarrel with them, but think how this failed. What was the problem in my objective? How did it fail? If you can find out the cause, you can actually reset your plan, and you can actually remove the failure and you can succeed. That is the way to succeed in life. So these things will come as and when we start doing projects with real patience, not with the imaginary things. Just like that, you will have to get real people, real patience. Only then you will get to know these things. Similarly, how to develop the communication skills? Communication skills of students, of residents, of established practitioners of medicine. All these are actually getting less and less. They may be communicating on the internet, just as I am doing now. But when it comes to the real life, they fail to communicate. So communication skills, oral communication, writing, by writing skills, oratory, speech, then also the electronic communication, all these levels of communication you can actually learn and develop and become experts in all these. These are necessary for any professional to succeed in the modern world. You are using the most ancient music, but you are using the modern communications as well to get across to a wider section of society. These things are just for not just for your success, but for the getting over the communication or your ideas or your messages to a wider section of society, so that what you intend is fulfilled with what you call speed. More and more of people know about it. It will naturally develop into a successful regime. So this is what is intended when we start a course in a university level, so that every year we will give this message to 10 students or maybe 20 students, 30 students. They will give in the next year, they will give to another. In that way the communication will go on accumulating, and their research projects, their experiences will be published. Their knowledge will come to the public in a gradual wave like fashion, like vibratory fashion, and this is the way the knowledge, this is a nascent knowledge. Music therapy as it is in India now is a nascent knowledge. Now how to spread this? This is the way how to spread this in university level. But at the same time, the books, the speeches, etc. are for spreading it to the up to the grassroots level, up to the common man. That is the reason for that type of communication. So the skills for building the relationships over different types of communications, both verbal as well as non-verbal communications. Non-verbal communications you can give only when you are in the close proximity, not with not probably with the words alone. So verbal as well as non-verbal communication skills, the writing skills, electronic skills, all these things are important in the modern world for your job satisfaction as well as for spread of your idea, spread of your message. All these things are envisaged in this program. So the planning has to be done from the very beginning. From the very beginning of the curriculum planning, you have to start how to deal with a living person. This is, you are not dealing with just a non-living thing. You are dealing with a living person. You know, you might have seen that there are so many elephants in my native place, Guruvayur. Now each elephant has got its own individuality, its own nature, and you know the mahouts know the individuality of each and every elephant. Each and every one is different, even in the animal kingdom. Human beings also are like that. So there is no generalization for any human being. Just like elephants, each and every human being has got a unique personality, a unique liking for music, a unique type of illness, a unique type of presentation. Now you have to develop a listening skill for that first. And unless you are enjoying what you are doing, you will not be able to do your job well. Go to that Punatur Kota, you will find that the mahouts enjoy being with the elephants. It is not for money alone that they are doing it. Similarly, my mother used to have lot of cows and calves in her house. She used to enjoy loving each and every one of them. She knew what each cow loves, and she knew each and every animal separately. Like that, a doctor has to know each and every patient separately, not like the busy business type relationship with patients. Only when there is a personal touch, personal relationship, the patient as well as the doctor will get the proper satisfaction. And for that, music and music therapy will help the doctor a lot. And as a teamwork, the music therapist, the musician as a music therapist, working along with the medical personnel, can give him a lot of time space. The busy doctor may not have that much of time to listen to, but a musician, a music therapist can help him in having that sort of relationship even. Now that is a course detail which we will come to later, but the thing is that individual relationship, a family medicine, a narrative medicine, the MLP of the patient, all these things are very important in the course and in the curriculum as well. Now I would actually give more importance to the field work, the project, because of this. It is not the written examination which should confer a degree or a certificate. Written examination you can mug up and write, but these practical things, the field work, the project, how to deal with certain problem situations, all these things you have to have real problem situation and the handling of it along with the doctor. This can be done only in a hospital situation. Only there you get the teamwork with the doctor, enough number of patients with the same disease, because they come to the same doctor, no? So those things are available only at a hospital situation. So the students, if they are coming from the musical background, they should get a space, they should get a project or field work done in a hospital along with the doctor, and only then they will know what and how these things are very important in a music therapist's life. So field work and the project and a viva based on the project they have done. Viva based on the project they have done are the important things, not the theory papers. That's what I believe, because we are dealing with a life situation, not with textbooks alone. We are dealing with people. Whatever is given in the textbooks is only a help, only an aid to produce results in the patient. This is a people oriented, this is a patient oriented approach. So these things I have envisaged, and I am very happy that through the School of Drama, the Calicut University has taken up a course, and I hope that the teamwork will be excellent. Only if the teamwork is excellent, the things will come as we planned. So I hope the teamwork will be excellent, and there will be cooperation from all sections of society, and we will have a nice start. This is only a start. Start means at the level of a university level, this is the first starting point in Kerala, and I hope this will succeed, and in the long run, along with the medical university, which is trying to integrate all the levels of medicines, all the indigenous and western medicines, at that level we will have a better understanding of how to integrate medicine and how to do the entire process. And I hope this mission is fulfilled, but I also know that there are miles to go before we sleep. Thank you very much.